Hello, my name is John Rees. I'm a chiropractor and I'm based in Ilkley in West Yorkshire. I've been a chiropractor for 23 years now, and this is part of a series introducing you to aspects of work and conditions that we as chiropractors treat. So today's topic is headaches. And we can start with a little bit of they're slightly confusing in the sense just in relation to the terminology we use. If you have problems with your back, your knee, your shoulder, your elbow, we say back, knee, shoulder pain, back pain, low back pain, thoracic pain, elbow pain, knee pain. But when it comes to our heads, we don't use the word pain, we use the word ache, which can cause a little bit of confusion because quite naturally people might think there's nothing to do with the musculoskeletal system. In actual fact, more than 90%, and I think one could say closer to 95% of what we call colloquially headaches, which I think, as I said, should be called head pain, are as a direct result of an issue with the musculoskeletal system. And therefore, in most cases, headaches are treatable by dealing with the head, the neck, the shoulders, the upper back region. Many people who have headaches, when we ask them in clinic, and we're taking a history, and it may not be that they've come in with any problems with their head or any headaches, but it's just a common question you ask patients: do you suffer headaches? And often, most often, the retort or the response is there's a pause and, well, not very often. And then one questions what that not very often means, and it can be once a month, once a week, not very often. And there's a natural presumption, therefore, because of the persistent frequency by which people get headaches, that there is an assumption that everyone gets headaches, and it's just a day-to-day thing that we should experience and accept, and it is what it is. In fact, headaches are not normal, if you want to use that term. They are an illustration of an issue. And as I say, most of that issue is musculoskeletal related. It may be tension headaches due to your posture at work. It may be a migraine as a consequence of certain stress you are living, again, at work or at home. Oftentimes, nearly every presentation of every condition is as a result of an ongoing small incremental change in the musculoskeletal system that eventually manifests itself by the brain telling you there's something wrong, by you feeling discomfort or pain. And as I say, in the vast majority of cases, that is what is happening with headaches. Now, you're going to see sort of here and here, and also take up the screen, a number of locations where a tightness or a stiffness in a muscle will refer pain to the head, and you will get a headache. And I've used the word refer in nearly all musculoskeletal conditions. The pain is either a referred pain or a radicular pain. A referred pain is a lot easier to understand. Basically, and we can just take a muscle as an example. It doesn't need solely to be a muscle, but if a muscle is tight, it will have at least one point in it which we call a trigger point, which seems to be an aggregation of the pain, a nucleus of the pain, and then that seems to refer the pain to points distal, further away from where the source is. And depending on where the muscle is, and depending where the trigger point in the muscle is, it will then dictate where the pain in the head is. And as you'll see from the diagrams we're showing now, that can be around the eye, it can be the top of the skull, it can be the jaw, it can be the cheek, it can be many parts of the head. All of those will cause you headaches, and all of those are, I was going to say curable. I never actually state that I cure anyone. The best we do is improve the range of motion of the joints, improve the relaxation of the musculature, such that the symptomology is below the level that you are aware of that makes you think you're in pain, because most conditions, nearly all conditions, are as a consequence of the activities we do during our daily routine. And again, maybe our posture in front of the computer, the way we drive, how we sleep, and multiple things. So in order for a continuance of an improvement following the treatment we give, there has to be some first understanding of the triggers, postural triggers usually, that cause the problems, and then your ability to alter your posture, alter your workstation space, change your pillow, change the way you sleep, move the position of your television, stop looking at your phone in the fashion do, and all those day-to-day things which we don't naturally presume will cause us any issues. Okay. So, as I say, we're not going to be a lengthy situation here, but predominantly, what I want you to go away from here is that predominantly the vast majority of headaches, first and foremost, they are not normal to have headaches. Secondly, most of them are as a consequence of an issue directly or indirectly with the musculoskeletal system. They are all treatable to some extent, greater or lesser extent, with chiropractic care, and then with certain exercises, and then some postural alterations. The other thing that we would say is that you adopting certain exercise regime specific to certain triggers that may give you headaches will assist, but also one thing which will cause headaches is stress. And people believe that stress is solely a sort of a mental thing, and therefore it's in your head, in your mind, in your psychology, which of course it is. But when you have stress, it causes naturally the release of certain hormones for a presumed fight or flight response. In other words, your body is preparing you to deal with an attack or deal with something that you have to run like mad from. Of course, nowadays that isn't a day-to-day thing, but the preparation of the musculoskeletal system to act in that manner tones up the muscles, prepares things, and unless we can dissipate that by exercise, by treatment, by relaxation, by increasing the range of motion of the joint, over time, those stresses, which again can be family stresses, relationship stresses, work stresses, financial stresses, all the normal life stresses, will over time build up and can manifest themselves in a pain in the shoulders, which can then relate to problems in the neck, which can then refer pain in the head pain, headaches. So I hope that's giving you a bit of an introduction as to what the main causes of headaches are. They are usually as a direct or indirect result of musculoskeletal stress, strain and tension, and can, I would say, all be improved by chiropractic care. And if you wish to communicate with us and see if we can help, our contact details are sort of here and here, and we very much look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this podcast. Bye-bye.